Alright, so welcome guys to another video, and today we're gonna check the Elgato Wave XLR. And actually really excited for this one because this is more of a streaming centric audio interface. For me, this is more of a smart interface, and around $150 for a smart interface for me is kind of a good deal. But of course, there's some cons that we need to talk about with the Wave XLR, but actually you're listening to it right now. One of the pros is definitely you can use the SM7B without a cloud lifter. It's one of the major selling points for me. That's why we have it now in the studio, because I do like to power my SM7B, and the not having a cloud lifter is definitely an advantage, because the cloud lifter is around $220. Your Wave XLR is just $150, and it's already a full-blown interface with a lot of smart features. So looking at the build quality of this, actually I was surprised after I unboxed it how small it is. So fits nicely actually on my desk. It's facing you as well with that big knob and with an LED as well. So even if you stream maybe at night, you stream with lights off, you can see the volume of your mic, see the volume of your headphone as well, see the volume of course of your settings as well. So that is nice here, and it's facing you, so quite ergonomic in that regard. Also, it's not that big of an audio interface compared to my other interfaces, and this may be two-thirds the size of other interfaces. Actually, I was surprised how small this is after I unboxed it. Actually, the photos in their website didn't do justice on how small this is, and that's definitely an advantage. This will be more sleek in your table compared to maybe other interfaces that I have. It kind of looks big on your table. So for me, they kind of thought of the aesthetic as well, how it looks like in your streaming desk here. In terms of the connectivity, you're getting USB-C, you're getting plug for your 3.5mm jack, and you're also getting one XLR connector. So just having one XLR definitely a disadvantage here. So I was actually hoping for two XLR inputs here, but yes, we just have one, and I'm plugging it in now with the SM7B, and not encountering any problems. So like for me personally, I still use my other interfaces here, but the Wave XLR will be mainly used for my SM7B. You have also a mute button as well at the top, so definitely an advantage if you're streaming and somebody comes in your room. You can mute it if you want to have some privacy in your connection. So there's some live features here that you don't find in other interfaces. And definitely another thing that I like about it is the color as well. So it's all black, matte black in design as well. So definitely an advantage as well. I do have mostly a matte black situation with all my peripherals in front of my PC, and it looks really nice here. Having that big knob as well, easy to get. So very accessible, so you can adjust on the fly, especially if you're maybe streaming. You have that mic, you can adjust the volume on the fly as you please here. That's definitely nice on that. So plugging it in the PC, very easy. After you plug in, actually it already plays, but you do need to install the Wavelink software for you to maximize the features here. So this is one of the reasons why I got this, because of the Wavelink software. So actually this reminds me a lot of my UAD Arrow. So the Arrow is around $600, definitely more expensive compared to the Wave XLR. But the Wavelink gives you a limiter, gives you a high pass filter as well, and it gives you a lot of control over what is gonna be on your stream. So it gives you that software control, and that's definitely an advantage for me. You can do a lot of things with it, especially if you're on a stream. It's a kind of holistic solution, a mixer for you to be able to use on your stream. So actually just the limiter itself, the distortion-free limiter, is already a big advantage, a big selling point on this, because you're not getting that on other interfaces. So you're getting this actually in the UAD Arrow. You can put compressor plug in there with their UAD plugins, but here you're getting a simple easy to use solution that anybody can use. So we have the limiter on here as well, and you can listen to it. So even if I increase the volume of my voice, it's not gonna clip. You can still listen to it fine. So that's definitely an advantage for streaming, and actually for me, for my usual recording as well, because sometimes I'm recording for YouTube and I might get too excited. Maybe a product is really nice, I get too excited and I clip the audio. That happens to me all the time. I try to save it in Audition, but that still also lost information there. You cannot save it as much as you can, so it's still gonna be garbled audio. So it's a safety net for me. So I will use still the wavelength for me when I'm doing some recording for my YouTube, just for a safety net. And another thing that I like about this is this outputs in mono. So I actually have my interface here. It's a stereo interface, and it outputs stereo, so you can hear the left and right side, and usually your mic will be in one of those sides. So sometimes for other softwares, you can just hear one side of the mic, and that can be troublesome. So this will be a bit more convenient to use for other softwares. Maybe you want to use it for Zoom, use it for other streaming services. You don't need to tinker around maybe OBS to choose the side to air your audio. So it will be a bit more easy for you. So yeah, this is a kind of convenience thing, and those small things, small improvements, like for me in my workflow, it will help a lot. All right, so let's try to close this thing. So for the Wave XLR, do I think it's worth it? I do think it's worth it, worth every penny, I'd say. So for me, just the point of not needing, cloud lifter for my SM7B is worth it, by itself. Cloud lifter is $220. This is just $150, and it's an interface altogether. You're getting smart features. You're getting that software, that wavelength software, and it works like a charm. With that, clip guard, that low cut filter, similar to what I got with my UAD Arrow. That I have some software or plugins for you to use already included here. You don't need to buy additional software, additional plugins for your mic, and again, that's an advantage as well. And it has enough gain for the SM7B as well. You have direct monitoring. It looks nice. So I think, yeah, for $150, it's definitely worth the price that you are paying for. So for me, it's more for those people who's gonna stream. So for streaming, this will be a perfect thing. For those who's gonna do maybe some recording, maybe some music recording, this might not be for you, because this will lack you some inputs. So at least for me, when I'm doing maybe some guitars and vocal recording, at least 2 inputs would be nice. Even more would be better here. So yeah, the inputs for me, I'm kind of lacking for some music recording. For YouTube, this can be as well. So again, this is something that I can use for YouTube recording, because having that safety net of the clip guard, if you shout when you're doing some dubs, this will be still awesome. And of course, if you do have the SM7B or a power hungry mic, and you don't like to get a cloud lifter, maybe you have an old interface, say a dumb interface, and you want to upgrade for a 2021 interface, this might be something that you can consider over a cloud lifter, because it does power hungry mics here, and you have the whole interface and not just a cloud lifter. So that's definitely a unique selling point here. It's definitely for me, yes, worth the price that you are paying for. Not perfect, but definitely worth the price. All right, so that's my take with the Wave XLR. Of course, if you learned something, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. If you have additional questions on the Wave XLR, let me know down in the comments below. Of course, I'm going to use this more. I usually use interfaces for X number of years, 3-5 years. So this is still not a full review, because I will still use it. So if you have additional questions, let me know down in comments below, and hopefully I can answer them once I have used this even more in the future. I'm gonna try to answer them as much as I can. And yeah, if you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt video. Goodbye.